Hey guys, how is everyone? Thank you. First, I want to say thank you for Dash Bash to inviting me for this amazing space and giving me the chance to shine a light onto my work and the Tiny Chef. And also the speakers, previous speakers, amazing, wasn't it? Wow, thank you for sharing your experience. Okay, now to myself. My name is Ozi Akturk. Everyone calls me Ozzy, so please call me Ozzy. And I'm a director of photography. That's how I started. And co-creator of the Tiny Chef and also co-founder of Tiny Chef Production LLC. And we now have a stop-motion studio in LA. And how everything started, my professional journey. First, little insight, I was born in Germany, so pardon for my English, it's not that great, you can hear it. So I was born in Germany to Turkish immigrants and grew up in a small town called Braunschweig. It's not really creative there, so it was really a struggle for me. But again, I escaped and went to study film, television, animation in Stuttgart. It was a university which just gave the options and I could find my orientation. I really love animation. I love all kinds of animation, but I just didn't know what to do. And film is another aspect I really love. And I got the chance during my study to see what I will become. After that, they have an amazing animation film festival in Stuttgart. And it's like this, you know, there are so many creative people and also really professional invitations. And they talk like I do now. And I used that opportunity, and there was this guy called Christian De Vita. He's a storyboard artist. He does stuff of Tim Burton, Wes Anderson mainly at the moment, and he had a lecture about Mr. Fantastic Fox. After the lecture, I went to him and I was like, hey, is there another stop motion project going on by any chance? And he was so cool. He was like instantly, yeah, they're on pre-production and I will give you the email address of the line producer. And I just couldn't believe it. And I got the email address right. I'm so happy. I was like, I'm gonna fuck this up. But I didn't. So I wrote instantly, sent my CV and yeah. Wrote a love letter about stop motion and sent it away. And a month later, I got a reply. And I was shocked and happy. And so the line producer, Simon Quinn, said they're still in pre-production. And but they said they're interested. So he says 3 months later, they will get back in touch with me. And they surely did. I had a Skype interview, and they invited me to come out to London and give me a chance. And I instantly flew over and like, goodbye Germany, hello London. Yeah, and went there. So I'm gonna just show you quickly a trailer of Frankenweenie, if you haven't seen it, just in case. Sorry, boy.
Sparky! I can't believe it! I can fix that.
I know.
Know what?
Your dog is alive!
You can't tell anyone. Promise?
Promise.
Victor brought an animal back to life.
With lightning and boom and Something big is gonna happen.
Who's responsible for this?
I just wanted my dog back.
We can do better. Bigger.
Rise, Colossus, from your tomb!
Cool.
Victor! Let's go! Hang on! Mr. Whiskers is trying to tell us something.
Did you get that out of the litter box?
Oh my. I need your help.
I asked him first!
My problem bigger.
Yeah, he's right.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it, for like a first big job landing on a Tim Burton film. Yeah, I only saw him twice on the set. And we worked 2 years on that film. So that was my big stop motion feature. I was so happy. It was like Wonderland. It was crazy. That's me. I was so young. I miss those times. I started as a camera trainee, and since we were in production 2 years, I became a camera assistant. And yeah, really had a great time. And after that, it ended, and stop motion projects like take a long time to be made, and also like sometimes people don't want to invest into it because first, it's a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, and yeah, and people, I don't know, see it like it's for children. It's not really, but oh well. So there was nothing else going on after that, and I had to figure out what to do. I shifted into live action, but that meant I needed to build out a new network, getting to know people, and that meant I didn't get paid for a month. So I did a lot of freebies, a lot of short movies, music videos, just to build up the network. And that was okay, but yeah, money-wise, it sucked. And another thing I learned was like, university is great, but nowadays I feel like you can learn that there's so many platforms nowadays, especially the internet. And kind of if I knew that in London was a big space for media, I should have just traveled there and started like working in the industry. But again, you know, if you don't know, university is a good place to orientate, but there are other ways. So I'm like, yeah, oh well, everything has its course. So I worked on a lot of, as I said, freebies, music videos, and learned live action set attitudes, because stop motion is a bit different. So that was a learning curve. And also, when you do a lot of freebies, when you do a great job, they will call you back, which is great for paid jobs. So that happened, and I did help on music videos, which I'm just gonna show that.
So we're gonna take it till we're satisfied. So we're gonna take it back. You know you wanna join our side. If you wanna live back tonight. Now we're raging on like a locomotive. Yeah, we're coming through, we're heading for you. We're coming. We're not far, follow the commotion. We are on track, so get back behind us. Here we go. We're coming.
Okay, so I focus pulled on that, and on those jobs, I observed like a lot of people, like a lot of DOPs, like what they did, and just, you know, trying to learn as much as possible. And then, you know, the best way to, you know, transfer that, you have to do it yourself. So I had some friends, they had some ideas. So one of my director friends was like, I want to do a short, a pilot to try to get funding. And she asked me to help her. So I did that, and that was a good experience. And that's also like how you grow, just doing it, experiencing it. And then I did that.
I promised. Promised to stop. Promised to change. Promised to get stronger. Promised to love. To be lovable. I promised to change. Promised to start from zero. Promised to love my wife, my family, my future child.
Getting some help is not being weak.
Help. I don't have a problem. I'm not addicted to drugs or going crazy. So what? I drink a bit. Drink a lot.
I promise not to give up. I promise I'll fight for myself. I promise to change. To change from inside. To be handsome, to be nice, to be good and kind.
No, it's always about you. All of our arguments are about you and your dissatisfaction.
I promise to survive. Promise to change. Promise to stop hurting. Stop hurting myself, and I promise to be happy. This is my promise.
Thank you. So all the people on this shoot, they were all friends, which is good because, you know, you don't have money, so you ask your friends. And they were kind enough to help, so yeah, that was great. Thank you, guys. And I was working 5 years in live action, and that was really fun, but then I pinched a nerve on my lower back, which wasn't fun at all. So I had to be careful with my health. And, you know, I wasn't sure what to do because I couldn't carry any more heavy equipment. That is not good because in live action you have really heavy cameras, you know, Alexa on the shoulder, standing 8 hours filming, and I couldn't do that anymore. So I was like, what am I gonna do? And thank God there was another stop motion film happening. And I was like, okay, I can go back to stop motion, and, you know, it's less stressful and less heavy lifting, and hopefully I can heal my back. So I went back to stop motion, and that was Wes Anderson, Isle of Dog.
Wait a second. Before we attack each other and tear ourselves to shreds like a pack of maniacs, let's just open the sack first and see what's actually in it. It might not even be worth the trouble.
What do you think? I'm not sure. Hi.
A rancid apple core, 2 worm-eaten banana peels, a moldy rice cake, a dried-up pickle, tin of sardine bones, a pile of broken eggshells, an old smushed-up rotten gizzard with maggots all over it.
Okay, it's worth it. Get out of here and don't come back.
Sheesh, Igor, I think he chewed your ear off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was great. The sets were amazing, just amazing. And the DOP on that, Tristan Oliver, he is, I just can't describe how amazing his work is, and he's fast, which is like in this business, you have to be fast, especially in stop motion, because it takes a long time. So on this film, I met my friend Rachel Lawson. She's also co-creator of The Tiny Chef, but it didn't happen at that point. We just became friends. And then, after that, I felt like I need a new challenge, because creative-wise, it wasn't really challenging. It was more technical. It was inspiring, and also like seeing how Wes Anderson is focused on, you know, his direction, and no one can tell him anything else. He just knows what he wants. That's really impressive. A lot of directors don't know what they want, so yeah, experience that a lot. So the difference between stop motion and live action is, again, stop motion takes a lot of time, and equipment-wise, it's smaller, lights are smaller, which is great, and you just have smaller sets, which helps too. Live action, heavy equipment, and faster pace. The other thing in stop motion is you shoot frame by frame, so that means a second is 24 frames. And you have to be like really careful with lights. You have to make sure no one kicks it. And because if something gets changed light-wise, you see it instantly. And sometimes it's really hard to get it back. That means either you improvise and punch in, or you have to reshoot it. But most of the time, you don't have that luxury to reshoot it. Wes Anderson might have that luxury, but not us. So yeah, Isle of Dogs took another 2 years. And the other thing is, like, when you work between live action and stop motion, when you're in a project which takes 2 years of your life, you will lose all the context in live action, because after 5 times calling you if you're available and you say no, they will stop calling you, which kind of sucks. But, again, I had to make this decision because of my health. Otherwise, I might have not done that movie, or just partially, because, again, it's a long time, and after a while, it gets a bit boring. Can you believe that? So, I met Rachel, and rewinding back, so I left Isle of Dogs. They were still shooting some stuff, and I was like, okay, it got delayed, of course. Stop motion always like overshoots their end of production. So, but I was like, I'm not gonna extend, that's it. I need to find my own creativity. I need to break, because, yeah, too exhausting. And so I was looking for doing my own stuff. I wanted to do a cooking show, but I wanted to do a live cooking show, live action cooking show. so I was looking for locations and planning for that. And meanwhile, Rachel is in New Zealand, and she's working on a TV project called Kiri and Lou, which is amazing clay animation. And next to it, like on Instagram, she's doing some tiny like food dishes. And of course, I'm following her and then seeing what she's doing, and it looks surreal. And instantly, I'm like texting her, like I'm in London, she's in New Zealand. I'm texting her, hey, how about we do a stop-motion cooking show? And she's like instantly, that's a great idea. And she showed me her like puppet, which was this green little guy, but she didn't know what to do with it. And I was like, I remembered, and I was like, let's make him the tiny chef, you know? And yeah, it worked out. She loved it. She wanted, the only thing is she wanted to have him as a herbivore, you know, to be kind and loving to all creatures, which is totally cool. And we started like instantly grabbing all the social media accounts. The Tiny Chef wasn't available, so we went to Tiny Chef Show, and that was it, available. And so we grabbed Facebook's, Instagram, TikTok wasn't a thing at that point, I think. Yeah, and YouTube. And then, you know, I flew to New Zealand to help with like our first set was in New Zealand. It was a tree bark, old tree bark. She took apart and put together. It was a really tiny shed, but you know, it worked. And I got really cheap lights, which builders actually using, because getting equipment in New Zealand is, you wait a month or 2 months, and you have to order it from outside, because they barely have stuff. Yeah. But it's a magical place. It's so beautiful. I can recommend. Guys, go to New Zealand. The nature's amazing. So that's where it all started. And we started on social media, on Instagram, and that's one of our first clips.
I have my secret rings, metaphorically. I'm like crowds metaphorically. Roll close to me, blood of the river with royal. Little running hell, I don't know if it's like one. It's never different.
Thank you. So we grew our social media accounts really fast. It was ridiculous. It was like, what the heck is happening? And we got attention. First, Jackie Thorne, she contacted us, and then she's a really good friend with Kristen Bell, and showed it to Kristen, and then Kristen Bell contacted us and was like, I'm gonna help you guys. And we were like, yeah, okay. So she became a producer, and whenever there's a problem, she jumps in and gives us good advice. Sometimes too late, but it's okay. So yeah, so social media is such a big tool. You all know probably by now, and it's still like, I feel like that is the #1 for marketing now. And if you use it right, this can happen. And we got publishers' interest, we got books out, and also networks were interested in, and we had options to choose. But it was really important for us to keep the rights of the IP, because this is what we love to do, you know, and we don't want just to sell it. We just want to make sure it stays with us, and we can create what we love to do and share it with people. So yeah, so we protected that, and Nickelodeon was the only network who accepted it, and they also, like, again, stop motion animation, they don't have as much money as when you do live action, which is a bummer, because stop motion, you have to, you know, financially, resources-wise, it is a bit like live action. So it's a bummer, but what can you do? So we did landed a network deal with Nickelodeon, and because the budget wasn't that great, we had to go to Manchester, UK, and produce the show there. And that happened during the time of the pandemic, which was just, oh my goodness. But you guys know. We managed to finish this show. It took us a bit over a year, and in like towards, which year is it? Towards like 2000, I think 22, it came out. Jesus. Thank you. So working for network was, again, a bit different, because on social media we have total freedom. We can do whatever we want, and of course it needs to be kid-friendly, but you know, we don't care about rules, we just do it. And then when we did the TV show, it was like, we need approval, we need to do this, we can't do this, we have to be careful with some elements. I'm like, oh geez. Yeah, so, you know, again, what was it? One for the meal and one for the real? It's so true. Yeah, so, yeah, TV show was more one for the meal. And, but again, it turned out pretty good, and it was a bit of a fight. Some things we had to, like, we want this, please. We had to back, but it was okay. They, you know, it isn't too bad, but it could have been better. Always could be better. But after the TV show, we got more attention. We got a lot of marketing, which is great, just to, you know, shine a light onto us and also onto our social. And with that, DoorDash approached us and asked us to be in a commercial. And they didn't mention that they might do a Super Bowl commercial. And like, in the middle of the shoot, they're like, it will be a Super Bowl commercial. Could you please hurry up to finish it? And it's like, you know this is stop motion, and like, you didn't say anything, and now you want to have an earlier delivery date? Okay, yeah, we make it work. So I had a couple of 48 hours days just to get this done, but then at the end, it was worth it, you know, and yeah, and this happened.
They ordered pineapple. You gotta smell the butt to know if it's right.
You know that noise? Make it quiet.
Precious cream always in the bag.
Because cream rules everything around?
All right, chefs, we gotta go get the beans.
Think the eggs were big, bro.
Yeah, what I mean?
Chef, they definitely said pinto beans.
Actually, they want fava beans.
Doing so good at this.
We get groceries. DoorDash.
So yeah, fun, isn't it? But again, it takes a long time, and some people don't understand that. And I explain it so many times, and still it's like, are they not listening? What the heck? So yeah, one thing, like again, for stop motion, we use smaller lights, and you know, sometimes we build lights, which is also interesting and a new learning process for me too, because we use LEDs and then we have to make them work or like do practicals where we can implement lights, which is also like, I never done this, but great, why not? And it works. The great thing is, you know, we have an idea and we just do it. And it turns out great. So never be afraid just to try it out. And then our followers are amazing and they support us and we get so many nice messages and it's just finding words for that support. I don't know. It just gives us back energy, you know. Sometimes we have rough patches and like reading through people, you know, messages always, you know, gives us back energy and we're like, okay, we're good. We can do this. And one thing we learned, you know, doing work for corporate is like, it's not the place we like to work, but, you know, again, this kind of media is just, it swallows so much money. So, and now we have a stop-motion studio and we need to make sure that the people we hired, also we can pay them. That's really important. So we need to, you know, compromise. But on the other hand, we have our social media accounts where we can do whatever we like and come up with really nice ideas and narrative. So we have that balance. And it's always good to find a balance, you know, and boundaries, because at the end, you want to have fun and not, you know, waste away and get tired about just the job. And at the end, you're going to hate it. So make sure you have that space. So this is me. I was talking about my health problem, and with the pandemic, it got really worse, and it was that bad that I had constantly pain, and like it shot into my feet, and it wasn't really fun at all anymore. And I had to get a MRI scan, and the doctor said, you need surgery. And I was like, great, okay. Yeah, there was no way around it, and that is what happened. I had 4 screws in my back, and I just want to give you the awareness that whatever you do, make sure you look after your physical health and mental health. Nothing is worth it, seriously. The pain I had 3 years, it's just unbearable. I was on medication, I took really harsh pills, and even they at some point didn't work, because it was really just, it was like just rubbing on my nerve, and I could have been paralyzed. So guys, just seriously, do Pilates, go swimming. Make sure you work out, you know, stabilize your core. It's seriously no joke. So yeah, we're still jumping over obstacles, and you think it will get easier, but it's not. I feel like nothing's changing. Maybe at some point, I don't know. We will see. We are kind of lucky because our project got picked up like really fast. We, you know, in a space of 2 years, we got attention and got a TV show deal, which is rare. Most of the time when you do a project, TV project, it can take up to 10 years development, and then it's still a question if it will get greenlit or not, you know. A lot of people see scripts, sometimes read it, sometimes they don't even read it. It's really sad. But I feel like people should just do it themselves, you know, or, you know, you don't have to do it yourself. You can have friends who can help. We are in a creative universe, and there are so many like-minded people who want to do things. And if we support each other, you know, we can do projects which can turn out really great. And this is, you know, one of the things which happened because, you know, I teamed up with Rachel, and we had like kind of the same vision, and, you know, and we love what we do. So I think because we were so passionate about it, it got really successful. And we didn't think about the money. We had, like, each of us had side jobs, you know, just to get money in. And was more like a hobby, you know, and yeah, hoping kind of it would get somewhere or get attention, and it sure did. It did faster than we expected. But yeah, we still have problems, but it's fine. So another thing is all the people who supported me on my way, big applause to them, because without them, I probably wouldn't be here. There's probably more people I haven't listed, so sorry guys. So I went through quite quickly. Does anyone have any questions?
Can you tell us a little bit more about working with Wes Anderson?
Okay. Typical. So what you want to know about Wes Anderson, typical, like?
I want to know about the vibe in the set. How is he, like the creative process of everything?
Okay. All right. So the thing is with Wes Anderson, he was there only twice. And that was maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, like saying hi. So most of the time, he was emailing all his notes. So everything was hooked up onto his server, and he could see all the animation, finished animation, from his home, from his chateau. What a luxury. So, and then he emailed back to production and said, I want to have it reshoot or whatever, or it's approved. The funny thing is, the producers who read his email, they interpret his messages differently. Everyone has like suggestions, and it gets so wrong sometimes. So that was kind of the process. And again, his vision is like strict, and no matter who has like ideas, he just shuts it down. So he's a really nice person. Again, I saw him the second time at a party, and you know, he interacts with people, but yeah, that was my experience with Wes Anderson. So does that answer your question? Sorry. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Just a bit slow. Yes?
Can you talk at all about what you guys are working on right now at the studio? Like what's next for you guys?
So at the moment, we are doing a lot of bridge content for Nickelodeon just to get money in. And there's some fun stuff, but it's more marketing purpose. On the side, we are developing a narrative about Chef and what he's going to do, but that's still like a bit in production. So hopefully, yeah, just need to find the time, because the bridge content is taking a lot of time of us, and it's okay.
When you're working with clients, do you like have to do storyboard and everything out? And like how, and like, so like when they want revisions, like
Okay. Yeah. The thing is, with most of the clients, we do collabs. They're so cool. They're fans of the Tiny Chef. And what we do is we pitch an idea, and they approve the idea. After that, we don't do storyboards, because we work so fast just to get it done. And they're cool with it. They just go with it and are happy, you know, which is amazing, because, yeah. I never experienced that before. Normally, as you said, we have storyboards, we have animatics, and it has to be detailed so much. The only place where we deal with storyboards and animatics, if we do like a crossover with a different show, which, as example, Face, that's another Nickelodeon show, but they supply the animatic and storyboards. We talk about the creative, and then they turn it around, and we do the rest on our part. Yeah. Good? Hi.
So I encountered Tiny Chef on social media, and I thought, you know, he's such a charming character, and part of his charm is his speech.
Yes.
How you don't understand what
Yes.
he's saying. But now I noticed that in the Nickelodeon, they put words in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened there?
Do I need to answer that? Yeah. So that's one of the rules they had, because we said we don't want to change his the way he talks. You know, some people, yeah, I know, but you know, they were like, yeah, okay, we're not gonna change it. And then the moment we signed the contract, we can't. He needs to be a bit clearer, and I'm like, yeah, it's nothing we could have done it. A lot of people were like, because they test those animations or the animatics, and sometimes parents say, I can't understand it, could you be clearer? And some were like, oh, no, it's okay, and thank you. Thank you. Sorry, the white. So we had a lawyer, good investment lawyer. Bad investment is an agent. Yeah. Oh well. So a good lawyer is super important, and you have to be really strong about it. That you have to weigh, like, do you really want to sell it and have money, or do you want to work on your creation and have fun with it and see where it goes? So for us, it was that creation, and we didn't want to hand it off, and we were like really, really strict about it and said, no, like either it's like that or we don't have a deal, and they accepted that. The other thing is the other characters, like Ollie, we had to create new characters because another thing, you know. But it worked out greatly, I think. But we don't own the rights for the new characters because that was particularly created with this show. So yeah. Yeah, the green guy, the chef, that is ours, and yeah, they can't have it. Well, out of courtesy, we still check with them, but we still would do it if they say something. But again, we wouldn't do something mean or turn him into an ass, you know. So, oh, sorry. Oh no. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.